guys, welcome back to our channel.
My name's Ren.
And I'm Jess.
And today we're doing another sushi mukbang.
And we're doing a lot of sushi, let me tell you.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So before we get into this video, don't forget to give us a huge like, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, hit that post notification bell, ding ding ding, and follow us on Instagram, GoodEatsWithR&J. So in today's video, we're talking about something for the very first time.
Oh my god,
we're doing
a
hidden murder mystery. Yeah, so I hate murder mysteries, guys.
I know.
But Jess loves them. Every time like we're over at each other's houses, she's like, "Oh, what should we watch? Oh, murder." No,
I know. I'm watching
loves,
and then she loves action movies.
Yeah, so that's my entire family. Like, we don't like scary movies, thrillers. No,
like I watch like killer documentaries.
Yeah, and then she gets scared.
I get scared, but I still watch it. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about Cecil Hotel mystery regarding Elisa Lam.
Yeah, that's very, very creepy.
It's very creepy.
If you guys
heard about it,
yeah, leave a comment down below what your thoughts are. Especially, we're gonna like give our opinions too, but
yeah,
you know,
we'll do a little background history of what happened and then our opinion on what happened, and you let us know. Yeah.
So for those of you who haven't watched it, it's a 4-part documentary on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix.
4 hours.
Yeah. So I started watching a bit of it yesterday. I started watching a bit, and I was watching a bit today.
But you got scared.
Yeah, I got scared, so I stopped. Like on the second episode.
So annoying.
But before, let me just do a little bite. Okay, wait.
Wow.
Tell them what we have.
Okay, so we have a California roll, a snow crab roll, teriyaki chicken roll, dynamite roll, avocado roll, and one more.
This is dynamite. What's
it's
this
all mixed
one?
up. This is rainbow roll.
Rainbow.
So there's rainbow dynamite, yeah, chicken, California, snow crab roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love snow crab and just put me on, so that's what I like.
The chicken teriyaki roll is bomb too, though.
Really?
Guys, yeah, let's get to a little bake. Wait.
You already know us in the focuses. Here we go.
Let me look at mine. Whoa, right away. Oh, okay.
No one did it.
Whatever.
Okay. And then a spicy mayo is a must.
Yeah.
Like A-M-U-S-T.
Trust me.
So we'll take a couple bites, and then we'll start with the history of the Cecil Hotel.
No, you gotta try it too.
Water.
Oh, water is a must too when you're eating sushi. It's crazy because after sushi, I'm also hungry, but I get full off like 6 pieces because
so I get full fast, but then I get hungry fast.
Yes, it's like they put stuff in here. I heard that they do though to make you, because it's all you can eat, so they put stuff in there so you can feel full, so you're not eating up all their food. And
didn't someone said, I don't know if it's true or not, but in their water too.
No way. Oh my god, that's smart. Because either water or pop, but even pop makes you full too.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the history. So Cecil Hotel was created in what year?
1927.
1927. It's in downtown LA. And in the beginning, it was, you know, a normal hotel, whatever. But as the years progressed, it started to become like a place for, I would say, people with less money. Like, if you didn't have a lot of money, you could afford to go to the Cecil Hotel. Yeah,
it was by an area called Skid Row.
Yeah, and Skid Row is like an area downtown LA, again, close to the Cecil Hotel, walking distance. It's like, they said it's a 56 block radius.
But that's like close. It's like walking distance.
Yeah. No, they're saying like Skid Row covered like 56 blocks.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very long street.
Yeah. So, and that's where a lot of poor people or homeless people live. And I think they said in the documentary it's like 8,000 to 10,000 homeless people live on that block.
It's so
pretty sad. Yeah, because
like you're in LA, you would think like places like this don't exist.
So in the documentary it says that Skid Row just became a area where, like, if you were recently released from prison or you were recently released from like a psychiatric hospital, whatever, they would kind of drop you there, because they started this project called I think it's the Isolation Project, where they wanted to isolate, basically was a test. They wanted to isolate crime and whatever and separate it from the rest of LA. So if you're putting everyone in one area, clearly there's going to be problems. So they did realize there was a lot of problems. A lot of 911 calls, drug overdoses, crime, violence, etc.
Prostitution.
Yeah, prostitution. And then Cecil Hotel was right in the midst of that. So there was one guy on the documentary who lived on Skid Row and said once he started getting good money, he could stay there for like $2 a night. So that's just kind of like giving you, a look into what Cecil Hotel was. So prostitutes would go there, murderers happened there. Yeah, murders happened there, suicides, overdoses.
So it was like not a place to go if you needed a place to stay for your tourist.
Yeah, like for vacation, like you wouldn't go there.
And like everyone knew, like, don't go to Cecil Hotel if you're
from that area, you knew.
Yeah, what it was.
But like for anyone that's traveling, they didn't advertise themselves as that, obviously. No. So Jess will.
Yeah, so they rebranded it, calling it Stay on Main. But realistically, what it was pretty much the same building, but it was 2 separate entrances. So you can go through the Cecil or you can go through the Stay on Main. So when people, for example, like say we wanted to go there, you would search up, you know, a place and it would show a cheap place. So we're here thinking, wow, we're going to this place called Stay on Main. It's so nice. But realistically, it's the Cecil Hotel. I think the first 2 or 3 floors is the Stay on Main and the rest above that is the Cecil Hotel. So people pretty much got like finessed.
Yeah, bamboozled.
Yeah, thinking like that they're going to this nice place.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because they advertise it as 2 separate hotels. Because if you look at the stars, they'll say like Stay on Main 3 stars, Cecil like 2 or 1 star. And it's like it's the same hotel.
And there was this one couple who they interviewed as well that stayed at Cecil the same time that we'll get into what happened to Elisa Lam. But they stayed there the same time, and they said when they booked the trip, it didn't even tell you what hotel it was on the booking site.
Oh, yeah. That's I think that's for if you want to go for like a cheap hotel. They never tell you what it is.
Yeah,
so that's another way how they get like tourists to go there, because they just see the price. And obviously, like in LA, you would think that you're going to, like, nowhere in LA
you wouldn't think.
Yeah, like you're going to like a place like that. You're thinking, wow, LA, $90 a night. Like this must be amazing.
As Jess is talking, I'm focusing here, guys. There we go.
What is that?
This is the chicken teriyaki. So I'm going to try. It's my first time trying it. Let's see.
Okay. So then there's this girl. Her name is Elisa Lam. She was actually from Canada. She went to school. She was from Vancouver.
She went to the University of BC.
And she decided to take a trip by herself to LA. So I guess when she searched up, you know, booking a hotel, that's what popped up, and that's what she could afford. And
she was doing like the West Coast tour, so she wanted to go to San Diego, LA. She was there for 3 days in San Diego, and then she went to LA. January 28th. And that's when she booked into the Cecil Hotel. And she was supposed to leave, so it was supposed to be a 4-day stay. So January 28th to the 31st. So she was supposed to leave on the 31st.
But then that's when
her parents, she would check in with her parents daily on her trip, and then that day she didn't check in.
So her parents got worried?
Yeah. They contacted the police first. And then when it was like a few days that they couldn't find her, the parents did come down to
and then said that she's actually missing.
Yeah.
So let's get into what happened to her and what our thoughts are. She got put in a room with a couple girls.
Yes.
The girls the girls said that she was acting very weird and like she just wasn't right in her head.
Yeah.
So they requested for the manager to separate them and for her to get her own room. So the manager put her in her own room.
And for those of you that like don't know, so basically it was like a female bunk room. So if you want to like, you know, go somewhere but you can't really afford to pay for the accommodations on your own, you can get like a female bunk room. So a couple different people within the same room. It's a community shower and a community toilet. So
it's like Uber sharing.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Yeah. So she got avocado roll.
Okay.
Well, there's like mayo in there.
While Jess talks, I'm going to focus this, guys.
So pretty much she got separated into her own room. And she also had a blog, and in her blog she was writing down like her experience, and she was writing like wanting to go there. But from her blog she wrote a couple things that people thought were kind of weird, because later on we discovered that she had depression and suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, and
That her parents-
bipolar disorder.
That bipolar disorder, yeah. So that day that she went missing, there was footage of her in an elevator. And what's controversial is the elevator footage, because a lot of people have their thoughts on what happened or what it was. A couple things, like she was just acting very weird in the elevator.
If we don't get copyright, we'll try to include a little clip of
The elevator scene. Yeah. Or check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case.
It's all over Google.
Yeah. So pretty much in the elevator, she was acting like frantic, kind of.
Yeah, unusual behavior.
Yeah, very unusual. Like she was clicking apparently all the buttons on the elevator.
Yeah. And you could see her doing, like, she went all down the middle, so like all of those lit up. She was like hiding in the corner. Coming out, peeking through. She even like left the elevator. Then you kind of see her. People said you kind of see her foot, and then like she just disappears. And that was the last time that they seen her. That's weird. And then when she came out at one point, because she came out, went back in like a few times.
Yeah.
When she came out at one point, she was like moving her arms around, and like it was just in a strange way. Someone on the interview described it as it looked like she was conjuring the dead. Oh my God. Yeah, she was like she was like doing like weird stuff with her hands. She was
even like looking and like you know, hiding.
Yeah, it was weird.
One of the things that were said is that the clip was altered because apparently for a minute or so, something like that, the clip seemed like it was fast forwarded or the timestamp wasn't accurate. Yeah, it wasn't consistent. So that was one thing. So they were thinking like one of the people who worked there or whatever tampered with the tape before they released it to the public. So that was one thing. So they were thinking, one theory. They were thinking like someone from the hotel must have killed her, pretty much.
Yeah. At this point, they still don't know where she is.
No, they don't know where she is. And then another one is saying that she's hiding from someone because she was like looking like she was literally like scared for her life, for like someone was coming. That was another thing. And then another thing was like, what was the other thing? Oh, that she just was having like a psychotic episode.
Yeah, something was going on. But another thing to backtrack was there wasn't cameras on every floor. So in order to find that one clip, they were watching like 24 hours every single day for, he said, like 2 weeks. And then they finally saw one clip of her in the elevator. But because there's no cameras everywhere in that hotel, which is really strange to me, they couldn't really see where she went after that. Like
the only angle was the elevator angle.
And hotels now, like, there has to be cameras on every floor. Like, are you crazy?
Maybe because it's such a place of crime.
They don't
want to see. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know. Anyways, so from there, she disappeared. You've never seen her again. You never seen her in any other camera. That's the day that she disappeared.
So the manager of the hotel at the time, she's very creepy to me.
I know. She does give me creepy vibes.
She started working there in 2007. This happened in 2013. So she was saying, like, when she first got hired, she wasn't aware of, like, all of the negative stuff. Yeah. And when someone was kind of giving her a tour and was like, oh, like, someone died in this room, this room, this room. And, like, she made, like, a dark joke, like, oh, which room didn't someone, like, is there a room that someone didn't die in? And to me, like, if you're just starting and someone's telling you all this, you're not going to be in the mindset to be able to make a dark joke yet. You know, like, after working somewhere for years, like, even people, like, say, like, you know, police officers, people that work in jails or firefighters, they're able to make these dark jokes now because they've been working in that field for years. So for her to make that joke her first day in, like, to me, it's like,
kind of weird.
Kind of, yeah, it's a bit strange, like,
but
you know?
Even they were saying, like, it was hard to find, like, a manager to take on that role because, like, everyone kind of knew about it.
Of course, yeah. And for her not to do her research on hotel, like,
that's what she said, too. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe
she could have,
I'm kind of like, what do you mean you didn't know anything?
Yeah, like, you're from LA and everyone, she was from LA, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and you don't know about it. Like, I feel like if something, like, a specific hotel was in Canada and, like, in Toronto, we would know, like, oh, don't go there.
Even if we get hired to something, we're going to kind of do our background research on it because we're not just going to go work anywhere, you know? So they figured out with the cameras that she definitely did not leave the hotel.
Oh, she didn't leave the hotel, right?
Because
they have cameras in the front.
They had cameras at the front, and they were watching, and she definitely did not leave the hotel. And if she did leave the hotel, it wasn't through the front door. So, yeah, no.
So that's why they were like, thing. And then they had like search dogs, and the search dogs went everywhere and they couldn't pick up her scent.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, this is so weird. Like,
except the fire route, remember? So the search dog led them to the fire escape, but that was it.
But
like,
that like the trail ended there.
Yeah.
So they're like, did she like, jump off? Did she walk off? Like, did she go outside? Like where could she have gone?
Yeah.
So they were like so confused, and that's why they kept like investigating, because they're like, she has to be here somewhere.
Exactly.
So then now fast forwarding to like how she got discovered.
Yeah.
Is front desk was getting complaints about the water pressure and the color of the water.
Yeah.
It was like mucky and like brown or whatever. So people were showering with this water. People were washing their mouth, you know, brushing their teeth and everything.
The one couple that
said they drank, right?
Yeah. So then, first of all, what are you drinking?
First of all, don't drink tap water. Like, and if you see the color distorted, why are you drinking?
And not from like an area that you're not familiar with. Like, okay, drink your tap water in your own house, but like to go to a hotel and drink your tap water, I
never drink tap water ever.
Yeah.
Like, that's so, in my house I don't drink tap water.
Yeah.
So the maintenance guy went up to go check the water tanks, and pretty much what happened is he noticed that the hatchet, like the cover on top of one of the water tanks, was off. So he climbed whatever, looked in, and seen her body floating, her face like face forward. Can you imagine looking and you see like a face staring at you?
I would be
Bro,
traumatized.
I think I would scream, fall back, and die, because he was high.
Yeah, I would. Oh my god, yeah, I would fall back.
I would fall back. Like, I wouldn't. He like, you know, you open, you see a dead. Bro, I would scream and fall back and die, like literally. But anyways, he saw that. That's when like now, you know, all police, CSI, everyone's coming, FBI, whatever, CSI, checking the crime scene, and that's how her body was discovered. So then
she was in a water tank.
She was in a water tank, and then what's suspicious about that is a lot of stories were coming out where people said like the hatchet was closed, the hatchet was on, but it so happened that the cover was off.
Yeah, so initially in the documentary, if you do watch it, it'll say like the hatchet was closed.
Yeah, and then people are saying, well, how could the hatchet be closed? That means someone must have murdered her, because she can't do it herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially like where the water is, she wouldn't be able to get to it. Yeah, she wouldn't be able to get to it. So,
and then after that, it came out that it was actually open,
which makes sense if it was just her alone.
Yeah,
because how would she be able to? So pretty much the conspiracy theories about this is she had a psychotic episode, and she
basically suicide.
They did an autopsy, and nothing was found in the autopsy but like 0.00%. Like,
so there was no drugs in her body. No. There was no physical harm to her body. It didn't look like her body was tampered with or anything. Yeah, like no sexual assault, no nothing. So they were thinking because she was on medication for bipolar disorder and stuff, and because there was not that medication in her body, she stopped taking her medication and she had a psychotic episode. So that kind of falls into play with her acting weird. Maybe she thought someone was after her, but no one was after her, and then she decided she was getting like anxiety.
Yeah, so she decided to hide in the water tank. But then what's so weird about all that is that her clothes are off. So why would she take off her clothes is what people are saying. Like, why would you take off your clothes? That's so weird. But maybe, you know, when you have a psychotic episode, who knows? Who knows? You don't know what's going in your head, like, you know? And they're saying she obviously died because from there you can't, maybe when she came back to reality, or maybe she just drowned, you can't get out. You can't get out. There's no ladder to get out.
Oh, shoot. So she's just there.
She's just there, and who's going to find you? So she could have been there for
days.
Yeah, well, her body was bloated and discolored.
So she was, I think, so initially before they got any leads, they were on the case for 2 weeks. So she was definitely in the water tank for over 2 weeks.
That's why like her body was found the way that it was.
Yeah, and like, oh my god, that is so scary.
And then other people were saying, nope, she did not do this to herself. Someone murdered her because
she was just in. It's just so strange because like she was kind of blogging her whole trip, and that's kind of how they were able to find out that she was in San Diego first, and then that same day that she disappeared, she went to the bookstore because she blogged kind of everything. And like, to me, that's kind of like, this is irrelevant, but that's strange too. Like, if you're doing a solo trip, don't put where you are as like currently. Like, you know what I mean? If you're gonna say where you went, do it when you're back home.
Yeah.
Don't like say I'm going to the
just
bookstore.
In case someone's like literally like,
watching
following you. Yeah.
Because now we know exactly where you are. But anyway, so that's how they were able to find out that she went to that bookstore first. So they went there first. They were saying that she's like in good spirits. And to me, I'm thinking like, if you're in such good spirits and you're happy and you're whatever, you're going to buy a book and you're asking them like, oh, do you think I will be able to travel with this book because it's so heavy, blah, blah, blah. Like I feel like you're in your right mind. But again, I don't have any experience with anyone that has like those kind of mental issues or anything like that. So I don't really know what
like apparently it can happen at any time. Yeah. And if the medication expires in your body, like maybe
that could be
it affects your brain.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
but I really don't know. So I was thinking like, I don't know, like it's so weird. It's so scary. Like I
honestly want to think about it.
I don't know. Like I don't really have, like, I don't know enough to say like, okay, maybe it was her, maybe it was a suicide, or
but then
maybe
people
it was
were saying
else.
It was part of the people, like part of the management team, because like there was only like a couple ways to get there, and one of the ways was only by like a key card, only from like the employee. What?
So someone in the documentary, it says like one of the employees or a couple of the employees were saying like, oh, they saw her in a non like a restricted area,
Yeah.
and they told her to kind of leave. And to me, I'm like, are you trying to like cover yourself, like just in case they say, how did she get there? Well, earlier she was in the non-restricted or the restricted
That's
area.
the thing. Like everyone that says stuff, like you don't know if they're telling the truth or not. Like whatever's in the documentary, and like whoever's getting interviewed, it may not be the truth.
And that's, oh my gosh.
So like
we'll never know.
So it's pretty much either she went in there herself, someone from the management team basically killed her, but like there's no sign of rape, so it just doesn't make sense
why they would
kill her. There was no like tampering with the body, like Ren said, like nothing. So it's literally that what else could it really be?
I mean, it could, because there's like people in the hotel that are like, you know, sketch. It could be someone.
They even like accused like some rock star. Did you see that?
I saw that part.
They like accused rock star, and like it said like it like ruined his name.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, like
I didn't,
because he was so weird, and like his lyrics are like, I'm gonna kill this girl, whatever, some like rock star stuff. And then like we're saying like, no, he killed her. So that was another thing. Like there's just so much. I personally, because I watch a lot of these creepy things, I think that she had a psychotic episode, and it's unfortunate that that happened. But I think like, not that she meant to do it. Obviously, it was unintentional. But I think like
something was going on in
her mind. She thought someone was literally chasing her because of her actions. Yeah, she probably tried to escape through the escape route.
Because even that like elevator scene, like if it was someone that wasn't associated to the hotel, they would have. I feel like they would have come into the camera, like, you know, we would have been able to see that.
Yeah, because the way that she was looking was the opposite way from the window. So you would have to have seen a body, but then that's when they said that the timestamps are wrong, so they must have cut out that part. Yeah. But I just think she went up the thing. Maybe she's seen the water, took off her clothes because she was like, oh god, I gotta get in here. Yeah. Why would I go in there with my clothes? I don't know. And then
there's like there's so many things that could have happened,
and to this day it's unsolved.
Yeah, and they're probably not going to look back into it. The parents will never get full closure.
No, the parents
or the sister, like that's so sad.
They literally tried to sue the hotel.
Really,
but it got like dismissed because
that was her consent.
Yeah, but then they're saying like you're responsible for your guests, so you should not allow. This shouldn't be allowed.
I feel like, you know, if they had a good lawyer, they could have went on the grounds of you are advertising yourself as something that you're not. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the poor parents. I mean, now this, like, for any parents out there, I mean, I wouldn't let my 21-year-old go travel the States alone. No. Like, even if you said like, oh, I'm going with like, you know, a couple friends, I would still be weary, but more willing to let my child go travel. You're 21.
Also, like, kind of
they're fresh. They're immigrants.
They're not like
they're from Hong Kong. Yeah. So they're from Hong Kong.
So like us as parents would obviously look into like where she's going or whatever, but like them,
they're probably like, you know, my daughter is smart. She's in university. Yeah, you know, let's let her explore. But for me, it's like a female. You being a female alone,
you should not be doing that.
is very dangerous, and it's sad to say, but this world is crazy, guys. This world is a messed up place.
Yeah.
And as a female, you really have to like watch your back at all times.
And it sucks because as a male, maybe you could go alone, but literally as a female, you can't. And
exactly. Yeah, you really can't. Like that should never be an option. And that's why even like doing solo trips, I don't think me personally I'd ever
I would never do that, because just in case something goes wrong, like
you'll never
decide to have a couple drinks and you're intoxicated, and anyone's gonna have your back.
Yeah. So I mean, prayers to the family, because this is a really sad situation. But
yeah,
I don't know.
This is gonna be Ren's only.
My only murder mystery.
I was so happy when she was like, let's try. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, because we've seen a few murder mysteries on YouTube, and then I know that Jess loves it, so I know she would be really passionate about this topic. But yeah, we'll see. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and definitely leave your comments down below. Watch the documentary if you do get a chance, or at least watch
Cecil Hotel on Netflix. Yeah,
and watch the video, the elevator clip if
she couldn't
not
get through it.
Yeah, but if we're gonna try to get it in here. If it doesn't get copyright, you guys will see. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you do like these murder mystery topics, definitely let us know by leaving a like. Maybe we'll do another one, depending on how you guys receive it.
But we're not like
we're not a murder mystery channel.
No. We just wanted to do something different.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, GoodEatsWithR&J. Again, we keep saying this, but we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Help us get there. Share our videos, share our channel with your family and friends. And yeah, so we shall see you in the next one. Peace.